Hello,
Hello.
my name is Safaman and I'm a student in the Bachelor of Art program in College for America at Southern Hampshire University. And I'm conducting this interview as a part of my academic work. I record this interview and use the information in an article I'm writing for a research project. The article and the recorded interview will be submitted to College for America so that my work as an interview and writer can be evaluated. This recording will be used for this purpose. The interview information will be temporarily stored in the College for America online evaluation system, to which only the evaluator and the College for America staff will have access. Do you have any question?
No question.
If you don't have any question, do you give your consent to be interviewed and recorded?
Yes, I, vedaste, give my informed consent to participate in this interview to be recorded and used as part of students' academic evaluation. Thank you.
Thank you for your time and consent provided to make record for this interview. I would like to ask you different questions that you will respond depending on your experience and knowledge.
Okay.
So first question, do you know about digital technology?
Yeah, I know something about digital technology, and I will define the digital technology as an electronic tools or electronic systems or electronic devices and resources that can generate, can store different resources or different data. So I'd also prefer to provide different examples of digital technology, which may include social media. And in social media, there is the use of WhatsApp, where you can chat with different people when you're not seeing each other. There is also Facebook, the same thing. You can do video calls. You can do, phone calls using Facebook or Messenger. And Instagram is also included in social media. Twitter, and other different examples of social media. I was providing an example of only social media. And also there are another example of digital technology, which are online games. Those games can play online and other different multimedias and other so many examples of digital technology.
Yeah, thank you so much. So what do you know about analog technology?
Well, unlike the digital technology, analog technology is also non-electronic tools or systems or devices which also produce different data or which also can store different data or resources. If I try to provide some of the examples of analog technology, I will say a printer, because when we are using a printer, you can do things which is related to papers. You can type something and you can print them out, and those are analog. Different to the digital technology, so you can type something and you send them to someone else. So and also the use of megaphones, because this is a tool or a device and it can store data and spread them immediately to a large population. So it's also an analog one, because it is not transmitting data in other different ways. It is transmitting data immediately to the audience. Yeah, that's the examples of analog technology.
Yes, thank you so much for that. I like your examples about analog technology. So between these technologies, which one do you use most?
Well, previously I used like the smartphone, like the one you can chat with people, you can call, but you can't use like the online things. I mean, in the previous days. But as the technology grows, so far I'm using digital technology because I'm having access to different social media. I can be able to use WhatsApp, I can be able to use Instagram, can be able to use Facebook, I can use Twitter, I can see different YouTube videos or live videos on YouTube. So I used both, because before I used analog one, the smartphone, but now I can use the digital ones. I can use the smartphone, I can use my laptop, I can do whatever.
Thank you so much. So Would you provide different examples of digital technology?
Yeah, as I was mentioning, in digital technology, I said different video games, like online video games.
Yeah.
So far, like kids can go on their television and do games when they are sitting in their homes. This is digital ones. And as I said, also I can say social media, including WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and other many. And also I would say mobile phones, but the smartphones. All those are the digital examples of digital technologies.
Yeah. You have mentioned that the smartphone to be one of the digital technology.
Yeah, absolutely.
What makes you think that is a part of digital technology?
Well, as I said, when using smartphone, I can be able to chat with different people who are abroad. For instance, I'm now in Rwanda, but I can chat with someone who is in the United States. And we can be chatting as if we're together. We can do video calls, we can do like live sessions like with other different people. I mean, when you're on Instagram, you can invite different people and they can come in your live session, they can comment, they can do whatever. So for instance, when I was doing my university studies, I had to do a group project, and I have to be connected with other students who are not in the same place. Like some of them were in the United States, others were in Malawi, and I was in Rwanda. So we had to make sure that we're having a WhatsApp group, and sometimes we do video calls so that we can see each and everyone's work, and we can do like the things on the same page. So those were the example of digital technology, and I was using my smartphone, only using my smartphone. So you see, like my smartphone helped me to do a lot of works, and it make me feel like this is a digital technology, because I'm not using like the papers, printing the papers and submitting them to the posters, and poster delivering them to the owner, I mean in Malawi or in the United States, which can take also a very long time. So I use my smartphone, immediately type something and I send. If I need to chat with someone, I do it, and like it was very easy for me. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. So, what are the different positive and negative impacts of smartphone as pressed for telephone? Provide example of each impact.
Can you please come again with the question?
Yeah, I was asking, what are the different positive and negative impacts of smartphone as replaced for telephone, smartphone, and provide example of each impact.
Okay, so you mean I'm going to provide positive impact of using smartphone and negative impact,
yeah,
as well as providing the negative and positive impact of the smartphone.
Yeah.
Oh well. So let me start with the smartphone.
Yeah.
For instance, if you are a scammer and you're trying to steal or you're trying to scam different people, but you're using your smartphone, no one will hack you. You will never be hacked with the smartphone. If maybe because the smartphone are not, they don't have GPS. GPS are not installed in the smartphone. So if you're doing like the harmful activities, no one will know where you are. So that's maybe a positive impact on someone who's doing those actions. But it's also a negative impact on government who is looking for those people, like the security, like the authorities. So coming to the I mean, still talking on the smartphone. So the other negative impact is you can't be able to call someone who is abroad. I mean, it is very expensive to call someone who is maybe in the United States where you are in Rwanda. So it will require you much airtime, because you need maybe to put 5K in that with airtime so that you can call the other person. Unlike with the smartphone, you can be able to buy only bundles and call someone who is in the United States immediately. So you can go ahead and search different information that you want using your smartphone. So you can be able to do video calls using your smartphone. All those are the positive impact. So coming on the negative impact of using smartphone, so you see, as you will be able to contact with people who are outside, there will be an increase of scammers. So different people will be like will be stealing from you because they are abroad. So you don't know people. They're only using fake profile pictures. They are using like only names, and they are not sure about the person. They can be able to steal you using those online conferencing tools. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much for that. So for how long have you been using smartphone, and what have your positive and negative impact on it?
Well, uh, I mean, it's almost 6 years, and within those 6 years, it impacted me positively because I was able to proceed with my studies, to chat with different people using my smartphone. And the negative impact, it distracted me a lot. So I most of the time like spend the whole time using my smartphone. I mean, I always sit down chatting with people, and I can sleep like few hours because of my smartphone.
Okay, thank you so much, vedaste. Where do you see the use of smartphone or digital technology in general in the next 10 years?
Um, so with the information that I'm receiving from different people, I mean the decision makers about technologies, they are providing, I mean they are piloting different projects which include the 5G. Now we are using 4G, and in the future we'll be using 5G, which means different people, a lot of people will be able to use digital platform, including the smartphone. So which means in 10 years, so many people around, like everyone in the world will be using like the digital technology, including smartphones.
Okay, thank you so much. So what can you suggest people using smartphone so as to avoid the negative impact you have mentioned?
Well, as I mentioned, scammers, I will advise different people to make sure that they are chatting with the right people. If someone is telling them the wrong story or the things that they don't know, they have to make sure that they are able to know who are texting them, whom they are like chatting with. Otherwise, they will be stealed by different people around the world. Again, it can be better if everyone control the use of his smartphone, because as I said, I used to spend like the whole night chatting with different people because it sounds sweet when you are chatting with people, which harm your body on the other side. So, which means the better they can know how they can control the use of their smartphones. Thank you.
Thank you so much, vedaste. Do you have any other information that you would like to share with me?
No, no information.
Okay, thank you so much for giving me your time.
Thank you so much and good luck.